Welcome back, Lelanders, to a new episode of Clone Evolution. No, today's another Halloween event day because Halloween still hasn't wrapped up yet. Fuck, let's check how many days are left in Halloween. 69 hours. My kind of hour. I only wish. Alright, so Tavern Carnival and Fighters Carnival, the new events are here. Sorry I did not record the past, what was it, yesterday? Yeah, I've been pretty burnt. Or did I record yesterday? I can't even remember. But if I didn't, that's why. No, today was kind of a brutal day at work. I had a brutal splittering headache. I actually almost couldn't even finish my shift. Got to the point where I almost like puked. So I was like, holy fuck, man. It's the worst headache I've had like pretty much since my concussion was at like severe levels. So I'm hoping it's nothing serious. I've been kind of having lingering headaches for the past few weeks, and I thought it was just quitting booze and quitting smoking, quitting weed that was contributing to headaches, but they keep getting worse and worse, so kind of sucks. That's why I figured you get rid of one health problem and two more start. So not to begin the show with bad news, let's see what we got with good news. I guess it's too late not to begin it with it. No, what do we got for good news? The new events are here. Let's go check out to see what the rewards are for the events. I was thinking we made a new pet today, but I forgot we already made both new pets last episode. Tavern Carnival. It's this guy again. I don't know why they keep giving this guy as the same reward over and over again. I don't care how many copies they give of him. I do not want him. Fucking take him away. So I'm not going to bother beating these events because I really don't want that guy. They can go screw themselves. The Fighters Carnival. Yeah, so we'll be working on that a little bit. But let's first do the tavern task because it's time sensitive. Now I hope everyone had a good week. Hopefully a better day than I did today. No, my day wasn't all bad overall. It was my dad's birthday party, so ended up going over there. And yeah, I was surprised how sick he still was. I was like, shit, hopefully he doesn't have the virus we're not allowed to mention, because yeah, I was like sitting next to him the whole party while he's like coughing and sneezing all over me. So that was kind of shitty. I was thinking if I was sick, I'd be isolating. I wouldn't be having a big party with people over, but it was for his birthday and all, so wasn't going to complain. And yeah, I'm kind of one of those people that agrees with Joe Rogan and that you should get it and try to get immunity as fast as you can before you're really old and it hits you hard. So, I don't know, that's my generation, that's how we were brought up, is anytime there was a virus or some sort of flu or whatever it was, people always tried to get it. We'd even have parties where everyone would hang out together to try to get it so that you could build up natural immunity. I know that my way of life is no longer allowed. It's like our whole way we were raised is considered wrong now, but I don't know, I was raised that way, so I guess I have to agree with the World Health Organization, the CDC. They know better than my entire life was raised by. The only thing that I find weird about our generation, like the generation back in my day, we used to buy drugs from gangs. Now we just buy them from the government. No, back in my day, I really got to just record that to the soundboard so I can hit it. No, back in my day, things like autism and autoimmune disease and all these things that people can't figure out what's causing it to increase, it was almost unheard of back then. So when we took less of these, there was like way less side effects all around. So I don't know, like the government's going to try to come up with a million different excuses of why autism's getting worse, why autoimmune diseases are getting worse. But hey, maybe they're right. I guess they have to be right. I'm not allowed to say anything otherwise. It's their way or the highway. No, it was pretty neat being at my dad's place because got to see my niece and nephew. I don't think I'd seen my dad since the beginning of the pandemic either. So it was like getting close to 2 years or whatever. It's like, Jesus, that was quite a long time not to see your family. Now I got to meet his roommate, and his roommate is from Portugal. What a wild guy. Really nice, too. He's a great storyteller. He used to live in Portugal, and he immigrated to Canada in the early 80s. He's a little bit harsh on the migrants. I noticed that, like, a lot of people that are, like, migrants to Canada who got here legally, or, like, legal, not illegal, or, I guess, not refugee status. They actually applied and went the really slow way. They usually are very, like, mean to new migrants. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they had to try so hard to get into Canada, and it was a really long and slow process. That's what she said. But no, so they kind of get jealous, or I don't know what it is, upset that other migrants, well, they're not getting here easy. Countries are getting bombed. But he's very against, like, what is it, migrants going on welfare and stuff. And I don't even believe that's really true to most degree. Sure, there's going to be some migrants that come here and just leech off the system, but I don't know. My doctor, last time I went to see her, well, one of the other doctors that was working happened to be a woman from Syria. So I was like, wow, this is pretty amazing. A lot of the people that are coming here, they're definitely not just going on welfare. To be fair, she was like one of the meanest doctors I'd ever had, but to each their own. I don't know. I've kind of had bad luck with women doctors. I don't know what it is. I think what it is because I walk into the office and I'm a big, strong guy, like usually twice as tall as the average person. So it's hard for any women doctors to even acknowledge that I could be sick or have anything wrong. I don't know. I noticed that my uncles, I talked to them about it. Like some of my uncles are even taller than me, like 6'5" or whatever, and it's like, yeah, they say the same thing. It's like, normally when people see like a giant, they all of a sudden assume that we have like superpowers or something. But no, it's like giants can still get sick and they can still have normal things wrong with them. I don't know, maybe it's just because, like, I don't know, I didn't explain some of the things I was going through because it's kind of awkward talking to a woman, I don't know, about your problems. It almost feels like I'm bitching. And there's always the macho guy thing where guys want to try to impress women, so they really don't let on about how weak or vulnerable they are. So, yeah, it's quite an interesting week. Oh, no, so close. No, there was a couple near miss accidents at work this week where people almost got hurt really bad, so that was really close and glad everyone made it through the week in one piece. We really only have 1 week left where I might get a layoff soon, so if anyone's Entropia viewers tuning in to hear me talk about Entropia when I'm recording next. No, I don't think it's the virus. I was just choking on my own saliva. No, I think I'll be recording some Entropia shortly. I was going to do a lot more work on the convention videos, but I did the convention videos and didn't get a single like. So I was like, holy fuck, man. I did all that work, days and days, hours and hours, months of filming and editing, and all for not even a single like. Not that that's what I go for when I make my stuff, but I just think, like, priority-wise, I got to work on stuff that's more popular with the viewers. Excuse me. God, I got to stop inhaling saliva. Yeah, what else was interesting in my dad's place? Oh yeah, I got to try some homemade grape juice. My dad has a grapevine, and yeah, he picked the grapes and he made juice out of it. It tasted very plain and bitter, but he poured some ginger ale and it actually tasted great. So I was like, that was kind of nice. I haven't really had homemade grape juice before. Oh yeah, we unlocked this level, so let's wipe its ass. I mean, kick it. Oh, and if anyone's wondering, yeah, I did go for a bit of a haircut today. Well, I didn't go for one, I just actually cut it myself. It was funny, just like shaving the sides of my head, because I didn't have to shave the top, it's already bald. But yeah, shaving the sides. Well, actually the top of my head did have some hair, but you can't really see it in the algorithm. It just deletes it because it thinks it's like dirt or something, I don't know. It's very thin hair, so yeah, I just shaved it off, shaved the sides, and trimmed my beard. You can see it's not super long anymore. And yeah, I was so sick of a super long beard. I tried to trim it like just a little bit, but this is pretty much the only beard trim job I know, so that's the one I cut. Yeah, and I ended up moving the microphone down to my shirt because the beard is no longer long enough to pin into it. I was thinking of leaving it long enough to do that, but it looked funny, so I just trimmed it a little bit more. So hopefully everyone can still hear me okay. I think it should be okay because I managed to turn up the volume. Hopefully it's still turned up to max. Now my niece and nephew are growing so fast. We were playing Crocono today, and they actually like Crocono. And until my niece sort of started trashing the board. So then we're like, okay, we had to play a different game after that. Her patience was good though. She played for like a good hour before she started freaking out and just trashing the board. You know how kids get bored of stuff and then they start roughhousing. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Crocono. It's kind of like a combination of hockey, curling, and billiards, like pool tables. And how it works is you get little hockey pucks, or they call them croconos, and they're made out of wood, and you have to shoot them into a board that's sort of like, you know, when you shoot pool, and there's like holes or pockets. Oh, we're getting our hand on a big chest. Nothing I like better than my hands on a big chest. All right, let's open it. Yes! What am I dancing for? These are shit items. I'm just so happy to see some purple jewels. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Sorry for freaking out so much in the last episode. I know there's bigger problems in life than wasting a bunch of purple jewels. But God, did I waste a lot of purple jewels. Alright, son of a whore. Let's change back to Peaceman. Excuse me. Sorry, managed to eat some chocolate. Wasn't good for me. Making me burp and making me gain weight again. Alright, so we got Peaceman over 1 fragment. Alright. So we got 2 more Peacemans to go. We're getting closer to the Catholic hero. I was thinking how stupid. I really should have changed this casino to the Rock God. But hey. Life is full of mistakes. Especially mine. Now, so how was everyone else's week? We got 1 viewer and 1 like. Thanks, everyone. Perfect ratio. Hope everyone had a good week. Anyone have exciting plans for the weekend? I think my exciting plans will probably be working on more videos on my computer. Oh yeah, probably doing some more work on my greenhouse tomorrow. Fuck, man, did we not even qualify for the playoffs? Son of a fuck whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, that really pisses me off, man. I don't even want to be in this, like, anymore. If we can't even qualify for the playoffs, this is just mental. I don't know if anyone else is able to join from other guilds, but... yeah, this isn't fun at all. Like, I don't like not being in the playoffs. It was one thing to, like, lose in the playoffs first round, but... now to not even qualify for the playoffs? Like, what are we doing here? We should be in the Gold Cup. Because, man, it's not fun not making the playoffs. It reminds me of the Toronto Maple Leafs. I've seen enough failure with that team for a lifetime. Now, I'm so happy that I managed to break my addiction to sports. I used to be so addicted to hockey. I would watch every game the Toronto Maple Leafs played. And I pretty much watched like every game since I was a teenager. My grandfather even started me watching when I was like a baby. But as you've heard me say before, hockey went to complete shit. The fucking leftists got control of it and they completely destroyed it, like everything else they touch. Now, I shouldn't say that. I don't even know if it was leftists that did it. It was more like mothers that did it. They took out all the fighting. They took out all the action. They took out all the big hits. So it'd be like, can you imagine watching football and they're no longer allowed to tackle anyone? And yeah, they're no longer allowed to hit them either in any way. So that's, enjoy your football. I know, I think Will Smith, didn't he try to stop all the fun in football? He made some movie about how you get concussions. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. That was like the reason you get paid millions of dollars, because you were risking dying every day. You weren't getting paid shitloads of money to like lay on the beach or something, right? That's probably what his job normally is. I shouldn't make fun of Will Smith. I actually liked a lot of his movies. Prince of Bel-Air, that TV show, I grew up watching it. It was like my favorite show. I don't know why exactly. Probably because we had like 3 channels to choose from. Hey, Jeffrey Dead, welcome back. He says he had a pretty good week. He's into sumo wrestling, and the next tournament starts soon. So all my pro sumo pools opened up to get ready. So I had fun choosing my teams, getting everything ready. You know what's funny? I never really was into sumo wrestling. And then I watched some sumo wrestler who almost went undefeated in some big match or something. It's like after watching that, I was like, wow, I actually kind of got into it. You know, all you have to do is get over the guys in thongs, right? No, guys in thongs isn't too bad. My rise to popularity actually came, or 15 minutes of fame, came from the Mankini video. So I don't know if anyone's seen the Mankini video yet. So I'm one to talk about making fun of thongs. No, I wasn't wearing the Mankini. I was just making them and selling them. Over 1 million people watched the video too. So I was like, wow, that was like my 15 minutes of fame. It was so weird reading the comments. Everyone was talking about it. They're like, hey, that Mankini guy, he's such a loser. And then other people like, hey, stop making fun of him. If he wants to live that way, let him. It was so funny reading the debates. Yeah, thank you everyone for standing up for the Mankini guy. No, sumo wrestling, I thought it was just like fat guys that were like running into each other and no skill involved. But then I started to realize there is actually quite a bit of technique involved and different training they can do. It always fascinated me too, how like really big fat guys could actually be in shape. It's always kind of a misnomer, right? You see someone who's big and fat and you think they're out of shape. That's where a lot of people would look at me when I used to be really fat. They'd be like, oh man, this fat guy, he's so out of shape. I bet you he can't like keep up with us athletically. And then I would just destroy them. No, I was pretty good. Even when I was overweight, I would usually train like hell all the time. And my training just really sucked. So I never like physically looked any bigger or stronger, even though I was like endurance to the max. Yeah, that was basically it. Like maybe that's the edge that fat guys get. Sometimes they actually have better endurance. Right, ladies? No, just oh man. Yeah, so sumo wrestling. I didn't even know there's actually a league that you can watch on TV for that. I would have never guessed. Is that like only out of Japan, or is it like on Fight Network or something? Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see the training for sumo wrestling. Yeah, because I was thinking like, it kind of reminds me of, what was that game? Was it Mortal Kombat? There was this one game, oh yeah, it was one of the, oh yeah, it was, what is that game? Fuck man, I think I have it on my shelf. Yeah, Sports Championship, the action move game for PlayStation. They had this fighting game where you could fight with swords and you had to actually swing the motion controller. And part of the battle is that you could stand near the edge of the ring so that when the computer would come charging in at you, you could sidestep and then do a parry. So you get him near the edge of the ring and then just push him out. So it's like you could either try to like actually beat the crap out of them or lure them to the edge of the ring and then do that maneuver to get around them and use like like skill rather than just beating them up. So that's what I kind of realized with sumo, right? They have the edge of the ring thing. So they actually could like actually push each other around, or they could dodge and try to parry and shit. There's actually a whole mind game element to it as well. It's pretty intense. There's probably another fighting game like that. I was thinking Mortal Kombat was like that too. Didn't they have like an edge to some levels? So you could lure someone to the edge and then just push them off if you wanted to win with like an uppercut or something. Which reminds me, I'm going to be live streaming some Mortal Kombat Deception. I don't know if anyone's ever played that game. Fuck man, it's one of my favorite games. And I got it hooked up on my PS2. And my wireless PS2 controller is supposed to arrive in the mail any day. Somehow it managed to get on the plane much faster than everything else I ordered from China. So it's got the fastest shipping arrival time. Could be any day. The only thing I realized is all the equipment that I bought for live streaming PS2 matches I got it on audio video cables. And then later I found out it's actually composite cables that can do up to 1080 resolution. So I was like, fuck man, now I really got to get the composite adapter for my computer. Well, we'll see how that works. Oh yeah, and that reminds me, I'll have to buy an extra long HDMI cord as well. Alright, so Jeffrey Dead says that, yeah, sumo wrestling's only in Japan. He watches streams on Twitch. Oh, okay. And they talk about what's going on. Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. That's like one of those niche markets, maybe. Like, I noticed that, like, if people want to get a successful YouTube channel going, sometimes you can just find a market where it's not, like, flooded with everyone else already YouTubing it, and start a page. And you might not be the only one doing it, but you'll have a pretty good chance of getting some viewers just because, hey, maybe people will browse the few channels that are out there streaming it. That's really what I think the future of streaming is going to be. Like in the distant future, maybe the near future, is what people will do is you'll have like a TV guide that'll show like all the different topics, say like the news, some will be the sports, some will be like WWE, there'll be like a channel for basketball, one for hockey, one for soccer, one for sumo. And then once you get onto that channel, they'll show you a list of everyone that's the most popular streamers for that subject. So you could be like turning on basketball and see like the Raptors Digest at the top or whatever. So then rather than just like having YouTube and you're like, oh fuck, what should I watch? You'll have like a TV guide and it'll show you like subjects and who's the top streamers. Sort of like if you like a video game. Like if you wanted to watch Fortnite, you could like browse the channel Fortnite and then it would show all the lists of like the top Fortnite streamers. And then you could even sort it by like top rating, top viewers. And then you could even like switch it to who's got the lowest ratings or lowest viewers. I guess you wouldn't want to watch the one with the lowest rating, but what you could do is watch one that's got a high rank but a low viewership. So then you could join that channel and actually have a chance to chat. Because other cases, people got like 10,000 viewers in the chat. You're like, fuck joining that one because you'll never actually get to communicate with anyone. Well, you will, but it'll just fly by in the chat so fast that no one will ever read it. So that's what I was thinking. That's kind of how like porn or like is it the XXX channels do it. They do it like they rank who's the top like webcam chat and how many people are watching so that you could actually get a chance to like jump into a room that has less viewers. Not that I should be using that example, sorry. No, I gotta be careful. I found out that my niece and nephew are trying to watch my videos, and my brother's like, "Hey, you can't watch this stuff. It's PG-13." Thank God he didn't let them watch. That would have been super embarrassing. That's what I get for making too many sick jokes. That'll be my niece and nephew who'll end up watching it. Fuck. Bloody gaping cockhole. Just kidding. I'm referring to the English farming terminology. There's nothing else. I don't know what anyone's mind is in the gutter. Can't blame me for that. Alright. Yes, we got the purple. Alright. Yeah, it's so nice that the weekend is here. I needed a weekend to relax. This was a stressful week. Thank God we technically might only have 1 week of regular work left. Not that I want to get laid off, but man, looking after my uncle is already like a full-time job, and then mixing in YouTubing, and then mixing in an actual job, it's like, gets a little bit overwhelming. As you can tell, I wasn't able to keep up the daily streams like I used to. I have limits. I know the ladies can't believe that, but I do. Oh man, speaking of ladies, my sister-in-law, she ordered food at my dad's birthday party. Damn, was it like the best food ever. I had like 2 full plates of it. I was like, oh fuck man, there goes my diet out the window. But damn, was it worth it. It's like, it's very rare that I get to eat Chinese food, especially like takeout. I think, if I had to guess, I think that was the first time in my whole life that I've ever had Chinese food takeout. And it was her favorite place that she's been going to since she was a kid. And I could see why, man. The food was fucking to die for. They had the regular stuff like egg rolls and what do they call them? I don't even know. Chicken balls, different rice and noodle dishes. I don't even know all the names for it. I should, but damn, that was so good. I gave my dad a bottle of wine for his birthday. I was hoping he would open it and try it and so I could see his reaction. But he said he was too sick to drink. So I was like, oh, fuck. Should have gave him something else then. Oh, well. I should have realized that he would still be sick. You know, my dad's one of those people that gets sick like all the time. So I knew after he got this and it like lowers your immune system to things in general, that he was going to be in rough shape for a long time. I think, yeah, he said this latest cold or whatever sickness he's got has lasted for like 3 weeks, maybe even a month or longer. And yeah, he's still super sick. So I was like, holy fuck. Hopefully that's not a trend, and hopefully people's immune system has actually come back and rebound eventually. No, that was the one thing that scared me, was when I read all the safety panels on the mRNA or whatever it's called, mRNA. It like failed so many safety trials year after year after year, and it had like a whole horrible list of side effects, and a lot of the people that invented it and developed it said it should never ever be used on people because it's that dangerous. And yeah, China, that's what they agreed with. They're like, fuck that shit, they're not giving it to their people. So yeah, lucky for China. But I guess North America became the test subjects, or whatever other European countries got suckered into it. But I know I can't disagree with it. The World Health Organization, CDC, says that you have to agree with everything they say or else. So I agree with everything. No, and for the one like positive outlook, I shouldn't say mRNA is all that bad, because they said that it would never be approved for human use. So if it wasn't for the pandemic, they would have never had a chance to actually test it on people. So luckily, the animals were saved from being tested on. We went straight to people. Now, to be fair, they did test it on a few animals, I think. And they just lost all their immune systems, and I think, yeah, what was the other side effects? Oh yeah, they also got autoimmune diseases. So, oh yeah, and then the heart complications and all that, but holy fuck. Now, I'm sure the drug companies are doing what's best for people's health, and they overlook profits and say, hey, profits do not matter, they just do what helps people. Sorry, I couldn't help it. That was a horrible laugh. It's like the evil Mr. Burns laugh or something. Yeah, my dad's roommate, he was a classic. He's like, you realize your dad is hooked on CNN? I'm like, oh yeah, I know he is. When I hear him talk on Facebook, I'm like, dear God, man, where are you getting this from? I'm like, oh, he must be watching CNN. Yeah, so apparently my dad's so addicted to CNN, that's all he watches 24 hours a day. It's the only TV channel that he ever plays. And I can't like make fun of him too much for it, because I was addicted to CNN for quite a while. Back when the September 11th attacks happened, I got really hooked on watching CNN. So then after that, yeah, it lasted for a few years where I just kept watching CNN, like in terror, thinking that there was another attack coming. But after a few years and no other attacks came, I was able to turn it off. Now I just watch CNN when I want a good laugh. They're fucking hilarious. I know some of the shows they have are somewhat okay. I haven't found one, but I found it so funny, they're drug commercials. It's like once it comes time to drug commercial time on CNN, it's like every commercial break. First it's the drugs. They're like, buy this drug, buy this drug, buy this drug. And then the next half of the commercials is just like, sue for the side effects of this drug. Call this lawyer to sue for the side effects of this drug. It's like, what kind of industry do they got going at CNN? It's pretty wild. It'd be kind of like if you had a commercial on TV or a station that just had like constant booze commercials. They're like, buy this type of booze, buy this booze, drink beer, drink alcohol. And then the next half of the commercials is like rehab commercials. They're like, are you an alcoholic? Come to rehab, right? Well, to each their own, right? Who knows? Maybe some people, that's like a cycle. Everything in life is a cycle. You live, you die, you get happy, you get sad, you take drugs, you go into the side effects. Yeah, the sponsor message. Yeah, I'll have to change that to my sponsor. That's what I should do. I should come up with a new sponsor message and make another comedy one. Maybe we'll do the alcoholic one. Like, would you like to buy some beer? Would you like some vodka? And then finish up like, hey, if you've listened to the first half of this commercial, here's the number to Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, I shouldn't make fun of booze, because that's one that's really ruined a lot of lives. And a lot of people enjoy it too. It's kind of like women, right? They're the cause and solution to all of life's problems. Yeah, Jeffrey says that's what he suggested. He didn't send my other message because it said the F word in it. Yeah, I try not to swear so much, but I don't know. For a while I used to do radio where I wasn't allowed to swear, and being so serious all the time started to get to me. Even one of my older nephews watched some of my like actual serious shows. He's like, dear God, you're like so serious. He's like, I thought you were like another person. He's like, I've never seen you so serious before. I'm like, yes, I can be serious, but not a big fan of it. Alright, we're just getting our asses kicked. Can anyone remember, is this the battle for the gold chest, or is it the one after this one? Because if this is the gold chest battle, maybe I'll just let it, we better not let it pan out. We're dying pretty bad. Yeah, let's exit. Oh fuck, luckily it wasn't the gold chest battle. Alright, let's take out Genie and put in some real action. Put in Alice, Sea King, him, her. I don't know if she's really the good one. No, let's bring in Sekhmet. She can tear him a new one. We should actually take out oh yeah, let's leave Sea King. Let's try that, see if we get more action. Holy fuck, we're against a 3-star Sekhmet. No wonders we're having a rough go. Now, if anyone's wondering, I'm wearing my Punisher shirt today. It's normally way too skin tight for me to wear, so I had like in the back of my closet. But now that I'm at like 189 pounds, I'm able to fit into it again. Which is kind of nice. You know what, I'm starting to worry. I don't know if anyone's seen that CNN episode, but my family kind of has like a bad history with tumors, including brain tumors. So I was like, fuck man, hopefully I'm not doing something like really bad, quitting smoking weed that's like causing brain tumors. And then I happened to read this story today. Let's bring it up. Now, not to offer medical advice, but... So it turns out a woman got diagnosed with a brain tumor, And instead of taking chemo, she went like the not recommended route and started doing CBD oil daily for more than 2 years. And her brain tumor went away without any surgery. So it's literally making me a little bit worried because I did quit weed pretty abruptly. And it's been like almost 3 months since I've had any weed. And now I'm starting to get like chronic fucking headaches, like really bad ones. To the point where I almost couldn't even finish work. So I don't know, not to say that weed actually cures brain tumors, but I think I'm actually going to enjoy smoking weed again and see if it actually gets rid of my headaches, because if it does, I'd be really happy. Which some people think it's weird that weed gets rid of headaches, and normally it is weird, because like smoke in general, it doesn't even matter what kind of smoke it is, usually causes headaches to get worse. Well, that's the thing with me, is I also get headaches from weed if I smoke it, like bongs or joints. That's why I'm always doing vaporizers. If I do vaporizers, it's actually not smoke, so I don't get any headaches from it. It actually makes most of my headaches go away. So, I don't know, we'll see how that works. Keep my fingers crossed. Maybe when I start vaporizing in December again, I won't have any more migraines. That'd be fucking sweet. Because I hate taking Tylenol all the time. So yeah, that's my goal next year. Instead of growing regular weed with THC, I'm going to try growing the CBD kind. So maybe when I quit smoking weed, I can still vaporize the CBD stuff. I don't know, we'll see how that works. I'm a little bit worried about vaporizing CBD because I've never tried vaporizing it, and I know my vaporizer makes THC like 80% stronger than smoking it or edibles. So if I take CBD and I start vaporizing it, is it actually going to make CBD 80% stronger? That'd be fucking intense, right? So, well, we'll see what happens. We'll try growing the CBD. I'll try to post my results in case anyone's wondering how CBD works on people. Yeah. Oh yeah, CNN. It'll fuck you up. Yeah, that's what I should do. A commercial making fun of CNN. That's not a bad idea. Thanks, viewers. Just in case my dad tunes in, he can get a good laugh out of it. Hey, it's Mrs. Webcam. Remember, try to leave the jerk portion out. It's a little bit rude. Speaking of rude, we got the Virtual Mate sex machine. It's for adults and men only. But if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. Hey, I even trimmed my beard. No, it is a real product. Kickstarted, crowdfunded. I even got one. All I had to do was send them money. Man, that joke's getting old, but I still find it funny. I think it was old like a year ago. No, the product is still fully supported, gets mixed reviews. Some people hate it, others really love it. Probably a little bit more than they should. But who knows? I don't know if anyone heard, Germany did their 3rd dose of this about a month ago. Now they're hit with more cases than they've ever had. I wonder why. So yeah, once we get our 3rd dose in North America, they're trying to dose the kids next. So once they give all the kids it, like there's a lot of parents that they want to try to do what's best for their kids, and they honestly believe the government has intentions of helping people. So yeah, that's a dangerous combination. So let's hope the parents are right, and when they give it to their kids, it'll actually help improve their health. And it won't cause another wave of giant infection rates. Let's hope. Alright, we might get our hands on the gold chest. I don't want to jinx it. Boom! Booyakasha. There we go. Where are we going? Westward, ho. Yes! Hey, it's Steadfast. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the chat. Now, I've got some good news, is I'm supposed to send out the Anubius amulet. I believe it's to Steadfast, or I could be getting it mixed up. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to send it on my day off because, man, my day off was fucking loaded with extra work. I forgot that during the week, I ended up having to, move a giant pile of bricks before snow started. And fuck, man, we were getting hit with snow bad. But this weekend, I should be able to send it out. I finished all the work, moving the bricks, and I moved a giant, like, workbench. Yeah, it was a fucking bitch, man. I had these bricks that weighed like 45 pounds each. So lifting them I could, but they're fucking heavy. I think they're actually closer to 50 pounds. So anyways, I had to carry a stack of like giant 50-pound bricks and enough to make a pile like almost shoulder high. And I didn't have a dolly and I didn't have a wheelbarrow, and I had to walk about, I don't know, say 200 feet with them. So yeah, it was a mission. I literally just like bit the bullet and started just picking up a brick, walking for like 10 minutes, making a pile, going back, getting another brick, walking another 10 minutes. Or I shouldn't say 10 minutes, 200 feet. How long does, probably like a 3-minute walk, but still. Eventually it just like, I got into a rhythm and I was just able to finish. But I was like, holy shit, man. At the beginning, when I was trying to get into that rhythm, I'm like, man, this is torture. I don't want to fucking do it, but yeah, I finished. Sometimes you just got to bite down and take it. Sorry, I'll get my mind out of the gutter. Yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Woohoo! So what do we got for Friday? I was going to hit boo. Slapping? No, that's what I should do every time I get my mind in the gutter. Well, I'll use the slap button. That's what I need. Slap silly. Oh, it feels so nice not to have a full beard anymore. I don't know if anyone, well, I guess the ladies haven't, but if any guys ever grown in a full beard, sure, it looks neat for some people, and some people think it's cool, but man, is it ever fucking annoying. I think the only time it actually comes in handy is when you're in the shower. You notice how when you usually have like a washcloth that you'll make a lather up so that you don't have to keep using the same bar of soap over and over again. You can just like make up a lather. It's the greatest when you have a really long beard. You can just soap it up and then you have enough soap to finish the whole shower. But when it comes to like trying to like comb it or like making sure that it's not like all knotted and stuff. Well, actually that's a weird thing. Another thing, like if you grow long hair, I used to have like a ponytail all the way down to the end of my back. And man, it was such a bitch. You always have to like comb it and brush it or else it gets knots. And if the knots get out of control and you just can't get it back, you end up having to cut out the hair. But anyways, yeah, like beard hair is weird. It almost never knots. I don't know if it's because it's a different type of hair. That's the one nice thing about it. No, the other thing too is when you're trying to eat food, man, if you get a really big beard in the way, it just gets so annoying. And people kind of look at you weird too. Like a lot of people are like, are you homeless? It's like, dear God, your beard's huge and out of control. It's like, I just don't know how to trim beards very well. I know one trim for beards and that's it. I was thinking going to a barber and getting it styled, and I'm like, fuck that shit, man. I'm just going to cut it the way I know how to cut it. Boom. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my next travel vlog video is going to be, because I haven't made one in quite a while. I think my last one that I actually filmed was, I think it was, yeah, last October, so it's been over a year. I did get some new microphone gear, and I've got some better ideas of how to make mics work better, so who knows, we might do a combination. What I might do is go down to the Google office. I don't know if I told anyone, but there's a giant Google office that's opened on our street, and it just so happens that they bought a building and took it over that's like a heritage site, and it's a building that used to make tires for World War II. So there was like a curse involved with the building. And then the building was even more cursed. It was built on an Indian burial ground. So isn't it weird, like this evil company that was making weapons for the war or tires, they sold it to Google. And it's like, man, like, I don't know if Google knew about the curse and that's why they bought the building, but that's fucked up, right? Oh yeah, and then guess what's across the street from the Google building? Is one of the labs where they work on like really dangerous viruses we're not allowed to talk about. And it's like a top secret lab, so I probably shouldn't tell many people about it. I think it's actually just rumors that the lab is there, because like there's no actual official records of it being there. I don't know, I heard it from some people that are pretty high up in the chain of command, so unless they were making it up, but... So I always found that interesting that Google is working so closely, like literally across the street from the office that's making the viruses that we're not allowed to talk about on Google. And Google's working out of a cursed building. So I think that might make an interesting travel vlog. I better be careful though. I'll have to make sure that I like say that Google is like not involved in the curse and not involved with the lab across the street that allegedly is engineering or doing the gain of function research. So that's the one thing that, was it Rand Paul? I don't know if anyone's heard. He's saying that it necessarily didn't come out of Wuhan because there's actually a lot of labs around the world that are doing gain of function research. It's not just China. So when we try to pin it on China, sure it could be China, but there's also possibilities it could have been Canada, it could have been the States, could have been a lot of places. And who knows, maybe they're all working together. All right, we're going for the gold chest. Should we stick with the same team? I think we shall. We'll see how it works. If it sucks balls, not in a good way, we'll change it up. Yeah, if anyone's playing Clone Evolution and they want a little bit of help beating the, what is it called, the event that our episode is titled after, yeah, then just give me a shout in the chat. We could try to help you. Yeah, I still can't believe that CTV actually published that article. And the weirdest part about this article, let me open it again, is like drug companies fought this cure for like decades, trying to stop people from getting the cure. Why? So that they could exploit them for making money off selling different treatments. And that's like, it makes you wonder, right? Like, if that's happening with the big pharmaceutical companies, how often are they doing that, right? Where they suppress cures so that they can make money off people's suffering. It's like we have like this examples of this happening all over the place. Everywhere you turn, you're like, oh, there's another drug company making people suffer so that they can make money off of them. And then we're like, oh, let's hand over all of our trust and support to these same companies that have been just like taking advantage of everyone. It's like, dear God. But hopefully it's all for the best. I'm sure they're helping us this time. God, I can't lie so much. It's just never convincing. Can't even convince myself. No, but just got to clarify. I agree with everything the CDC says and the World Health Organization. They're definitely right about everything. Never wrong. I don't know, has anyone else ever tried CBD before? I tried it for the first time, like, I don't know, 6 months ago or something. Probably longer, maybe 8 months ago. What was it? Someone in my family gave me one of the gummies to try, so I tried it. Holy fuck, man. I didn't know, like, I didn't even read about CBD much. I just, like, heard, like, Joe Rogan talk about it slightly. And he kind of told everyone, he's like, yeah, you do get a buzz from it, but it's not the same buzz as THC. It's like a different buzz. And I didn't gather what he meant by different buzz. And then I found out after I took it. I was like, holy shit, man, this stuff makes you really tired. So then I took it and I got really tired and I went to sleep and my dreams were so fucked up. I was like, what the hell did I take, right? So then I looked it up online and yeah, CBD, one of the side effects it has on people is it causes really weird dreams. Like they say some people get nightmares from it, but I didn't actually get nightmares, but I did have really weird dreams. Like I woke up and I was like, holy fuck, man, why was I dreaming such weird stuff? And then I looked up the effects of CBD and I was like, oh, that's why. So that'll be one of the neat things when I grow some CBD. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. get some really weird dreams again. Oh. Yeah, not to promote CBD, because I know in some countries it's illegal still, so. It's the one thing with Canada, as much as our government sucks and takes away all our human rights and bankrupts the country with rapid inflation, at least they gave us drugs. Legalized a fucking plant, for God's sakes. Alright, victory. Alright, so today's been the day of finishing the expedition. We got 2 gold chests. That was fucking epic. Thank you, viewers, for helping me complete that. Alright, next, well, let's do the airship. We'll have to do a little bit of the arena. It was funny, I clicked the other button by accident and it didn't work, so thank God. I think if you click it and then don't let go, then you're okay. But if you click it, let go, oh, you're fucked. Holy shit, we made it up to the last challenge. So this will be my very last challenge out of all of them to complete it. Let's see if it's actually a challenge or not. If I had to guess, I said the word challenge too many times. Yeah, sorry for yawning. I fucking barely got any sleep this week. Oh, look at this cool dungeon level. Oh my god, did we like kill them in one hit? That was hilarious. Well, that wasn't a challenge. Well, at least we beat it. Now we're getting lots of ore. Not horrors, ores. Can only dream. Alright, there we go. We got 10 more of those. I think we should go for the arena. Maybe save it. I think we already did those spins, if I could remember correctly. Yeah, we did already. We got the hand of Midas. We got the dungeon. Let's try a dungeon battle. Fuck, man. Did we ever get close to beating it? Here I've been focusing, trying to get all these items and heroes to beat it. And meanwhile, I just changed up some of the stuff we got already. And damn, if we didn't almost beat it. Is he a healer? Can't remember. Does he heal himself? Yeah, I think he does. Let's try this. Ugh. Now, if anyone's wondering what kind of project we did today, we had to take out like an asphalt driveway, load it into a truck, take the remains to the dump, and then bring in a whole bunch of yards of dirt and repile it in and try to fill up all the holes from where the driveway was. It was basically because someone had a garage in their backyard, so they didn't have the garage in the backyard anymore and they wanted to put in grass. And really, if it was me in charge, I would have just left the asphalt under and put the grass right on top, but the boss is like a perfectionist, so he wanted everything to be perfect. Fuck, man, we got our asses kicked in that one big time. Fuck that shit. Fucking hate that level. Man, the day I beat that level, I'll be so happy. I never want to see that fucker again. Sons of bitches. Try a few, see if we can beat it. Yes, we beat it. Yeah, so did anyone say they have exciting plans for the weekend? Oh yeah, Jeff says that he's going to be watching some sumo wrestling. I think we know what webcam HD is doing. Doing some stripping. No, I don't recommend anyone clicking that link. The only reason I leave it is because I like to see more chat in the YouTube. So even if it's pretty bad spam, I'll leave it for now until we get more viewers and more chat. And it gives me an opportunity to promote the Virtual Mate. Now it's kind of neat. Virtual Mate, they acknowledge that I got like hundreds of referrals to their website. But still no one's bought the product yet, so if anyone does buy it, I get some sort of big kickback, and I don't even know what it is yet, so I'll let anyone know if I actually get it, see how good the referral money actually is for promoting sex machines. I think they mentioned something about a cash thing, but I'm like, is it actually cash, or is it just like cash towards the purchase of one? Not sure. Could be one or the other. Come on, healer. Don't die on us. As long as we can keep Trump stunned, we actually have a chance. If Trump isn't stunned, we're like fucked. And not in a good way. I don't know, yesterday we were down to like 2 or 3 hits away. If Trump would have just been stunned a little bit longer, we would have actually beat it. So there is a chance we could beat it. If everyone keeps their fingers crossed, we might do it today. I don't know, I just jinxed it hardcore. You know, Sea King's attack is getting stronger. It's really just our healer needs to remain alive. Fuck! Just as I say that, our healer died. Fucking witch. I'm just kidding. I know a lot of hot witches, so I can't make fun of witches, even though I just did. No, fuck's sakes, man. If it was anyone that would have died except for our healer, like, you pieces of shit, man. Why you gotta kill the healer on us? I don't get it, too. It's like, as soon as our healer dies, our players just start dying in one hit. Fuck. That was so close again. Maybe we should just change up the team again, right? Like, fuck, man. We need another healer in this team or some sort of shield. Damn. I'm almost thinking if I swapped out Monk with him, but would that actually make the difference? Let's try it. Yeah, because he heals a lot, right? So if we could win and have him alive, but he'll die in like one hit. So if Trump hits him, it's game over. Ah, fuck, they won't even let us get into the battle. Come on. The fuck. Now I'm starting to realize it's been so long since I've gone out to eat at a restaurant. There we go, victory. I think the last place I went was for sushi in like early 2020, before all the lockdowns began. Man, that was so nice. So getting to eat like takeout Chinese food tonight was like the best food I've had in a long time. Boom. Yeah, come on, kid. He can keep us healed. I'm hoping he offers some sort of extra shielding so that we can survive longer. I don't know, a few times I've used Gus and he's actually helped. Ah, fuck you, man. Why does he have to kill our healer in one hit? What a fucking prick, man. You know what I should do? Instead of bringing in Gus, I'll bring in Jane Austen. Because Jane Austen can actually increase our dodge, I think. So who knows? Maybe we'll just dodge Trump's attacks and we don't have to keep dying. But we'll let this pan out and see how long Gus can survive. If I had to guess, not very long. The girls will do what you say. That's what Mr. or Mrs. Webcam says. I don't know, unless they're making sandwiches. They're not doing what I say. I'm just kidding. Oh, that was terrible, sorry. Now, I heard that was like a whole new genre of like X-rated videos that are coming up on the internet. Ladies that like clean your house or do dishes. Scantily clad, mind you, but... It's like the good old days. Oh, that was horrible. Totally getting my channel removed. Alright, we'll try Jane Austen this time. See if it makes a difference. Come on, Jane. Give us the extra dodge we need. Now Trump will never hit us. Never. Never! I don't know if anyone's seen some of the weird content that's made its way to YouTube. Apparently the biggest thing for YouTube these days is for channels to explode is naked yoga. Apparently YouTube does not allow like nudity on YouTube except if it's some sort of like artistic or educational. So they've allowed naked yoga. So if anyone's bored of Mrs. Webcam HSD channel, apparently naked yoga channels are the next best thing. Not that I've checked them out. I swear I've only heard. I did not verify this. Alright, so Trump went and killed our healer again. The dodge did not help at all. Why am I not surprised? Now, if anyone's wondering if I'll be starting a naked yoga channel, not yet. Yet. Just kidding. I could double it as like a weight loss channel. All the ladies that watch could throw up and lose a lot of weight. Alright, I'm so sick of that. I don't want to play that level ever again. I know I say that every episode. Fucking piece of shit level. Alright, let's try to stay positive here. I know my temper is getting the best of me past couple episodes. I'll try not to fuck up so bad again. Try. Ooh, lots of bullets. Really, the only thing I want to accept is if they give us pet collars. Pet collars are where it's at. Red cube. Kind of tempting. Come on, pet collar. Where the fuck are you? Why do they keep giving us that shitty DNA? No, I do not want... There's a pet collar. Alright, we're really running low on these pumpkins. But we did kind of make them last. I don't know if I told everyone the good news. It's a weird thing that's been happening in our city. Normally in Halloween, the tradition is you buy a pumpkin, you bring it home to your family, and you carve it, right? You carve the pumpkin and then put a candle in it, and then that's the tradition. Well, the tradition has like gotten lazy in my city, where people buy the pumpkin and then they just put it on their porch. They don't carve it. So when the Halloween's over, people are taking full pumpkins and like that have never been carved. It's like a brand new pumpkin, and they throw it out to the curb. I was like, what the fuck? And part of my job is I have to go to the garbage dump, usually at the end of every shift. So when I got to the garbage dump and I was looking to see how many pumpkins they have, the fucking lot was like loaded with full pumpkins. Like thousands of just full pumpkins. So I was like, fuck man, I wish I could take some. But they have a policy where you're not allowed to take stuff from the dump, or you get like charged with theft or whatever. Not that I found out the hard way. I wouldn't want to take pumpkins from the dump either, because you like never know where they've been. But luckily, when we were like going through like cutting properties for different customers, some of our customers did the same thing, and they still had the pumpkins like on the curb for the garbage man to pick up. Technically, taking it is like theft as well, but I'm pretty sure the customers are allowing us to like take it. They put it out to the curb for us. So anyways, yeah, I went and picked up some pumpkins, and I got like 4 freshly uncut pumpkins, just brand new ones. And if anyone's wondering what the hell do I want with pumpkins, my neighbor is like a really nice old lady. She's not really that old, and she's probably a nice young lady. Anyways, she's really good at making stuff, and every time I bring her like berries from our Saskatchewan berry tree, or service berries, whatever you want to call them, or if we bring her grapes, or if I brought her a whole bunch of apples this year. So she always makes this like great stuff out of it. So this year I brought the 4 pumpkins to her. She's like, oh yeah, she'll make stuff out of it. I was like, fucking A. So I was so happy. I saved 4 huge pumpkins from going to the dump and going to waste. I shouldn't say they always go to waste. What normally happens at the dump is turkeys end up eating them. I know every city usually has different animals that live at their dump. The one dump I go to in a place called Cambridge, their animals is deer. They have tons of deer there, and the deer just eat all the stuff. And our dump, it happens to have turkeys, like giant wild turkeys. So when you go to our dump, it's like you always see like shitloads of flocks of turkeys. So the turkeys were just feasting on the pumpkins. So at least they didn't go completely to waste, but still. The turkeys can get enough food in other places. They don't need pumpkins. I know when I went up north, you know what kind of animals they usually have there in their dumps? Black bears. It's pretty wild, because like unless you go up north, you really don't see black bears around. But yeah, when you go there, holy shit, did they ever have a lot of bears. Yeah, does anyone else got animals at their dump? Or do they even go to the dump? I guess unless you work at the dump for some reason, you're probably not going there. Alright, whose level should we boost up? We'll boost up this guy because we're consuming him soon. Oh man, I gotta try to wake up. I'm so tired. I don't know. I went to bed early last night, but my sleep pattern is not corrected. I'm still having like really weird dreams at night. I don't even remember the ones from last night. I guess I'll try to remember them. What did I dream about? What did I dream about? Oh yeah, I think I was dreaming about my old job. So yeah, I was like dreaming. I was like, hey, I'm back at my old job again. Asking everyone what's been happening since I was gone. It's really weird. I always get that dream. Part of me, I guess it's because I worked at the same job for like a decade, so my mind or my whole body is still so accustomed to going to that job that I still go there even in my dreams. So it wasn't actually that exciting of a dream. It was just weird. I went to the old job and checking out what they're doing for the lockdown restrictions. I was like, hey, what are you guys doing to socially distance? Tavern task. Now, the most irritating is when I used to work in a factory. The factory job was so boring, and I hated it, and I was there like all day, every day. And then when I would get home, I would dream that I was back at the factory doing the same boring job all night long. So I was like fucking waking up going, what a nightmare. Now, if anyone's had the most boring job in the world, picture what my job used to be. I would stand in front of an assembly line and boards would go by, like big sheets of plywood. And if the plywood would bounce on the assembly line and start overlapping, I'd have to separate it and put it down so that it would keep going on the machine without jamming it. And while I was watching it, they had like a clock with the second hand right in front of me, so I could watch it go tick, 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 while I'm like watching the boards go by. So I just have to stand there and watch and stand there and watch. And guess how often the boards would overlap? About once every 2 weeks. So sometimes I would go 2 weeks just standing there watching and watching and watching, and nothing would happen. Can you imagine 12 hours or 11 hours a day just standing there watching boards go by? You weren't allowed to listen to music, weren't allowed to talk to anyone. Just had to stand there and watch. And then dream about it when I went home. Yeah, it was an easy job, but sometimes like easy jobs aren't always a better job. And that applies to a lot of things. Alright, so what do we got? What are we going to work on today? Did we finish the campaign? Yes. Or did we? Yeah, we beat that extra level. Fuck, man, we still got a long ways to go on this legendary campaign. So many shitty rewards on it too. The only good one is that one. I can hardly wait till we get to that one. Well, that one's not bad either. Alright, so I think we're going to have to go with the arena, because we've really got nothing else that we can work on today's episode, and we're only an hour and 11 minutes in. Feels like an eternity when you're tired. I'm surprised we finished that so quick. Finishing quick is my specialty this week. Partner yoga is relaxing. Yeah, I've never tried that. I think I did get into yoga a little bit, just like trying like different things to try to fix my back, because my back is so fucked up, but to be honest, in most cases, it just made it much, much worse. Now, I was thinking like the one yoga that I seen that looked pretty good, I think it's partner yoga too, is the Paul brothers. You know, Jake and Logan Paul from YouTube. They were doing some really wild yoga stuff before they got into the ring to go boxing. And they were showing like different like weird stretches that they could do with required 2 people. Because like you can only stretch so much on your own. To have someone else helping you stretch seemed to make a world of difference. So I could see why partner yoga would be pretty good. One of the problems I got is one of my hip bones or like leg is like popped in. And I need someone else to like pull it out. Someone to pull my leg. No, I'm not joking. That's actually what I need. And I've went to different chiropractors to see if any of them would do it for me. And none of them had been trained on it in my province. So I checked, and like the other only chiropractor that does that is like out in Alberta. So I was actually going to travel to Alberta to get him to pull my leg back into the proper position. But sadly, the whole lockdowns and everything started, so yeah, can't travel to Alberta till I get my human rights back. Who knows how long Justin's going to take my human rights for. Which is so ironic. He always goes to other countries. He's, yeah, we're going to teach them about human rights. I'd be like, yeah, Justin, how about you fucking learn about human rights, you fucking piece of shit. Nah, I can't blame Justin for everything. The whole world is turning into a shit show. And I think it happens on purpose because it has to before the next golden age can begin. So really, he's given the most difficult job around. He's basically got to man a sinking ship. And yeah, if you had to sink a ship, I do think he's doing a pretty good job of it. At least he gave us legal weed, right? Although it's ironic, he gave us legal weed and I smoked or vaporized so much that I ended up quitting for 3 months a year. I still can't believe we're doing a 3-month sobriety binge and it's gone this well so far. For a while there, I just didn't have faith that I could do it. So far, so good. We're what? 2 months and 5 days. No weed. And we're at a month and 5 days of no booze. I almost broke down and had some booze tonight because my dad was offering it free. He's like, hey, do you want some free beers? And I was like, no thanks, Dad. I'm gonna not drink this month. But I do kind of miss alcohol. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to my birthday in December. My birthday's on December 2nd, if anyone's keeping track. And yeah, I'm going to be doing some weed, doing some booze, maybe even doing some edibles. I actually just ordered some water hash screens. Like, what do they call it? Water hash filters or whatever. So I'm going to try making water hash. I've never made water hash before, but I got a whole bunch of extra weed laying around, so I figured, hey, let's make some water hash out of it. Yeah, thanks, I appreciate it. I've been trying to do the willpower thing to lose some weight and managed to lose like 20, 30 pounds-ish, so sometimes my willpower is good, other times not so much. I think what happens mostly is I'll do so much weed and I'll do so much booze that I actually get sick of it. And then it's not so much willpower, it's just, man, I can't even stand it anymore. It's kind of like parents if they catch their kids smoking and they like make them smoke a whole carton of cigarettes in one night just so they get sick of it. That's basically my willpower. Did so much of it, I got sick of it. So I don't know if you could call that willpower or what you'd call it, but hey, it works to a certain degree. Now, I even quit sugar for a while, but my sugar quitting only lasted for like a month. Sugar seemed like actually the hardest one to quit of all. People say that sugar isn't really a drug, man, but man, I have a harder time quitting sugar than I do weed, cigarettes, or booze. It's fucking sugar, man. God, I just want to drink it. I just want to eat chocolate all day. Yeah, so if anyone's got the willpower to quit eating sugar, all the power to you. Your willpower is much greater than mine. Yeah, I was gonna, last year I did Sober October, and then I realized that the month was so good, and I got so much stuff done where I was falling behind in life and just couldn't get anything finished. So I was like, fuck man, if Sober October is that good, why don't I stretch it out to 2 months? And then I always do things excessively, so I'm like, let's make it 3 months. I was actually going to quit drinking booze for 3 months, but booze was harder to quit than weed. I don't know, for me, with weed, it only bugs me for like the first week. But for booze, I think it took like a whole month of quitting weed, and then I was switched to just drinking more booze, so it wasn't the greatest. So then I was able to like completely switch where I just stopped weed and stopped the booze. And then I started with the cigarettes. And then luckily I was able to quit smoking cigarettes too. Holy fuck, man. I was worried about the cigarettes one. Because I don't know, last time I tried to quit smoking cigarettes, it took over a year. So I was like, holy fuck, man. Hopefully it's not that type of addiction again. Yeah, but cigarettes and weed are almost the same for me. If I can do a week without any of it, then all of a sudden the second week, it doesn't bother me anymore. So really, I know that all I have to do is buckle down and manage to do a week. And then after that, it's like clear sailing. Yeah, the booze is the tough one. All the power to you. I know like the booze one is the one where it's like, I find booze relieves depression the most, and it actually like fucking, I don't know, I just enjoy a lot more things when I'm drinking booze. Like hey, I want to watch my favorite TV show. I like watching it with a drink. Or it's like, oh, I just had a big meal. I like to finish it with a nice drink. But it doesn't take long until I start noticing the side effects health-wise. Extra washroom trips at night, and those really piss me off. So I'm like, man, I don't want to be fucking my organs up. I can feel my liver not enjoying it. That's the one good and bad thing. Once you get bad side effects from drinking too much booze, it can actually really help the fucking motivation for quitting. Like I know some people that end up with like liver damage from it and stuff, so I try to think of that. I'm like, oh fuck, do I really want my liver to be damaged that bad? Because that's one of the things, if you don't stop drinking booze regularly, it can damage your liver so bad that you can never drink again. So it's either like you gotta learn moderation or one day have to quit altogether. So that's how I try to look at it. Try to like make sure that, hey, I want to be able to at least drink a week or something. So yeah, booze is definitely, man, my whole life I never really got addicted to drinking booze until I reached my like 40s. And as soon as I reached my 40s, that's when I really started to like booze. I found a beer that I liked, and normally I hated all beer. And it's fuck, wasn't it my luck that I happened to find a beer that I liked? I was like, oh fuck, now I found a beer that I like, and now I'm always craving it. We're up to 22. Alright, so let's do the Fighters Carnival. Yeah, I think for booze, yeah, if I can do a full month without booze, then I stop craving it. But yeah, I wish it was like tobacco and weed, where all I had to do is a week. Because it's really a part mind game, right? Like your mind is just so accustomed to doing the same repetitive behavior that you get like a behavior set pattern, and you just keep doing the same pattern, same pattern, same pattern. Then it's like, really, how badly do you want it? Are you able to break that fucking pattern? And it's, I also notice it too, when I have a whole list of shit that I want to do, and I'm just not finishing it, then I'm like, God, that's like a big motivation too. Like I have that whole list, I'm like, God, I want to finish this stuff. It's like, why do I have to, what's more important, finishing the list or enjoying a drink? And that's when I start to like balance it out. I'm like, fuck man, this list of stuff I want more than the booze. So that's the thing, if you still like booze and you have nothing that you want to accomplish for stopping drinking, it'll make it a lot harder. Oh, sorry Feminizer, we're gonna have to kill you. Or Fezmeister. No, I know a lot of my friends and family struggled with booze. Actually, some of my best friends, they have alcohol addiction so bad that like they're like borderline geniuses. They could be like running CEOs of like fucking companies. One guy's dad's a fucking satellite technician. And he's like one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet, but when he drinks, he ends up yelling too much and always talking too much and getting on a lot of people's nerves. But when he doesn't drink, he's like one of the nicest, calmest people ever. So it's kind of sad to see his like life fall apart, and he has trouble getting into relationships because the booze gets the better of him. And he always ends up in like really low-paying jobs. Meanwhile, like, man, he's like a fucking genius. He could have like a $50 an hour job. All he'd have to do is give up the booze. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he established it as a routine, and he came from a family of alcoholics, so I'm pretty sure the genetic part of it does make it a lot more challenging for some people too. Oh, here's Miss Lego. Let's check out what her team looks like. Oh, the 3-star are him. Remember I was telling you Miss Lego can destroy people just with a freaking 3-star Sea King. That's why I was tempted to boost up Sea King, but I don't know. Like, fuck man, just 3 stars is all as it takes. I could have made him a 2-star. Oh well. Should we try our luck, see how badly Miss Lego kicks her ass? Let's do it. Should we put in our Sea King? No, our Sea King's useless. Oh, fuck, I should have known. I gotta try to delete Puffin. Like, I pick uninstall, And it never does. Oh, there, it finally did. You know what happened was I was trying to play some Flash games and I needed Puffin and it still didn't work. So I was like, what the fuck? Alright, anyways, let's load up the Vaporizer commercial. We'll be right back. I'll boot up the game. Shouldn't take long. That's what she said. Jeez, game's loading slow today. Ah, fuck, I forgot to hit enter. Alright, welcome back everyone. I don't know if anyone remembers how bad my booze addiction was starting to get with doing clone evolution. Like I started getting to the point where I do an episode and I always had to pour a beer for every episode. Then it became 2 beers. Then it became 3 beers. Then I started slurring my words so bad by the end of the episode, I'm like, fuck man, this isn't going well. That was pretty terrible. I know some people think of 3 beers and it's like a joke, but I usually never drank my whole life, so even drinking 3 beers a night was like usually a lot more than I used to drink. I knew some people that took the alcoholism to the point where they're drinking a case of beer every day. I was like, holy fuck. And there's some actors in Hollywood, they were drinking a 60-ouncer of vodka every day. I was like, holy shit, man. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's like just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. Now, my mom's pretty lucky. Even though she is a drinker, she only drinks on the weekends. So she can really go the whole week without having anything to drink and then just have some on the weekends. That's really what I gotta try to do when I do start drinking again. And not just be like drinking every day. Because yeah, that's a bad habit to get into. And it's a hard one to break. Fuck. Alright, let's see what we got. Expedition. We beat it. Let me check the daily tasks again. Alright, so they want us to do a clone. We'll just check and see if I have to wait to do the clone or I can do it now. 22 hours? Yeah, we gotta do it now. Ah, fuck, the news lady. She's not who we needed. Who am I kidding? That single draw, I have not got it to work once for a good hero since I started playing the game. So it's like a year and a half every day, and never once has it worked. That's one of the things in this game. They really got to change up the randomization, because if it never works, it's not very random, is it? Alright, so we'll have to do more regular arena battles. And like I said before, if anyone needs help, just let me know. Oh, 3-star Alice. We can't beat her either. Let's try Regal. Sometimes we're able to beat Regal. Oh man, that's a hard team too. Fuck. Alright, let's try Regal, see what happens. Fuck, should have guessed. We're gonna get slaughtered. Alright, let's try Miss Lego again. I don't know why they were fucking us over, so we couldn't even try her. Let's see how bad we lose. Yeah, and anyone going through addictions, don't try to feel too bad about it. I'm pretty sure everyone goes through it at least some stage in their life. I think I was pretty lucky that at least I was in my 40s before I started getting hooked on booze. I know when I was a teenager, we used to joke about it all the time because we'd always smoke weed so much that we were always like, aha, maybe one day we'll become alcoholics. And then it never happened. And then, yeah, as soon as we got to adulthood, that's when a lot of my friends actually did become alcoholics. You never know. Some people are able to function their whole life and it doesn't really bother them drinking alcohol, but yeah, other people, it's like a complete nightmare. I think Joe Rogan, he's got a little bit of that too. You notice that he admits that he's got a lot of addiction issues. He gets addicted to video games, gets addicted to weed. I'm pretty sure he's addicted to more hard drugs than just alcohol. Like, I'm pretty sure if Joe Rogan was doing cocaine, he probably wouldn't tell anyone. Hey, Machiavelli, how's it going, man? Yeah, Joe Rogan, oh, he caught the live show today. Yeah, thanks a million. No, I haven't been doing too many late shows because I've been on like a normal day shift for work. It's really difficult for me to stay up past like 10 o'clock. Usually 8 or 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, oh man, time for bed. Once I get into the snow shoveling schedule, which will probably be in like a month or two, could be less. Then I'll be waking up for work at like 4 a.m. or we even start work at 4 a.m. So yeah, my recording schedule will definitely change once that comes. If anyone's wondering why we have such a weird start time for snow shoveling, a lot of our customers want their properties cleaned before they wake up and go to work. So I'll have to finish like a 5 or 6 hour shift before 8 a.m. So you can imagine what time you got to start if you want to finish by then. Fuck man, we're just getting our asses wiped again. Or kicked. Oh yeah, that was Miss Lego. Forgot. That was a fun getting wiped. Alright, Dr. Strange. Now, Mrs. Webcam is one of the only people, is one of my most consistent viewers now. Thanks, Miss Webcam. You gotta watch it with your little promotions. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get you into trouble, guys. Maybe viruses, so of all types. No, I'm just kidding. Or who knows, maybe it's a guy advertising his webcam. I haven't checked. Don't tell me. I'm just kidding. Let's try Regal. Oh, we got our asses kicked. Damn you, Regal! Damn you! Can we beat him? Yes, we can. Miss Lego? No, we cannot. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell the story. My dad's roommate from Portugal. Oh, we lost to Regal that time. What happened was he came to Canada. And I don't know if this happened recently. No, it must have been not when he first came to Canada. At some point, he went into like some sort of housing project. I don't know if he needed affordable housing or what it was. But anyways, when he went to this housing project, he got sent to an apartment. So he moved into the apartment, and he was getting a lot of strange stuff happening. Like his place seemed haunted. He was hearing voices in the hallways in the middle of the night. Even his like girlfriends or whatever, whoever was staying in his place, they would say like, man, your place is haunted, like really bad. So he started looking into it to find out why his place was haunted so bad. And guess what he found out? The fucking government housing project, they built it on top of a cemetery. And then they said that the bodies were never even removed. So they were literally on top of people's graves. So what he did is like, he's a guy from Portugal and he's like very religious. I don't know if that's a big thing in Portugal. I think it is, where a lot of people are Catholics or whatever. So he literally just left his apartment and didn't bring anything out of it. And he's trying to sue the government, saying like, how can you guys send me to a place where it's like built on top of a fucking cemetery? So he's got some sort of lawsuit going. And I was like, shit, man, like you literally left everything? He's like, yeah, like he left all of his food, he left all of his clothes, he left all of his belongings. He said he didn't want any of them anymore because they were all haunted. I was like, well, that's fucked up. I don't think the court is really going to side with him, but we'll see how it goes, right? I don't know, does anyone believe in ghosts that much? If your place was haunted, would you just leave all your stuff behind? It's like, I kind of believe in ghosts to a certain degree, but I'm pretty sure I would not leave my belongings behind. I would just get them blessed or whatever. And I was kind of thinking too, man, if your place was really that haunted, couldn't you make like a YouTube video out of it? Could have like tons of viewers watching the haunted house channel. Although it's kind of bad, right? Exploit a house that's haunted. You never know, like ghost hauntings, they can get pretty bad. Like I've seen some people live in a haunted house and it got so bad they actually committed suicide over it. Now, I've actually seen it, well, not physically seen it, but had it happen to family and friends. So yeah, I've seen it happen twice actually already. That's actually how my best friend ended up dying. It was pretty sad. He said that his place was haunted so bad that he was actually seeing like black figures, like, you know, those shadow figures. And it wasn't long after he started telling people that he was seeing the shadow figures that he ended up committing suicide. So yeah, that was really sad. So yeah, I shouldn't joke about hauntings. They can get really serious awful quick. I wonder if Google has any problems with that, right? Like their office down the street being built on an Indian burial ground. They're saying it's cursed or maybe just haunted. I don't know. Fuck, man. I gotta stop playing that Scythe one. It's kicking her ass every time. Now, I was hoping the new X-Files would come back for a new season. And then when they did, I never even watched the whole season. I really should have. To me, it just seemed a little bit weird. Like they kept trying to start the show off with like a new Mulder and Scully, and I was like, fuck, man, I don't really care at all about this new Mulder and Scully. I miss the old ones, and they were on the show, but just too much of the new ones. And I think my love for TV has pretty much died in general. It takes a really good TV show to hook me these days, and not many are up to it. The Hantavirus from mice. Huh. It actually really rings a bell, but I can't think of it very much. I'll have to Google it quick while we're playing these. Is that a real thing? It almost sounds like a joke. Now, I heard about an awful mice experiment. They called it the Utopia experiment, where they gave mice as much food and as much like pleasure as they wanted, and just shitloads of it, and they didn't have to do anything in order to get these rewards. So they wanted to see how it would affect the behavior of the mice. And they said that the mice ended up becoming like super like, what is it called, like soy behavior. like the slightest thing could like cause them to have like mental breakdowns. So they couldn't handle any stress at all anymore, or they would just freak out. Sort of how like when Trump won the election, how so many people like had mental breakdowns. Sort of the same thing. And then yeah, some people that did that experiment were like, holy shit, we better not make humanity's life so easy, because if we do, if it gets too easy, people just become super weak. And then you start to see that in different societies where, yeah, if you live in a country where it's like free welfare all the time and you never have to worry about anything, all of a sudden your life gets so easy that the slightest stress can cause you a nervous breakdown. It's fun. Do not accept hash. May contain hantavirus. Yeah, I'm so sick of viruses these days. I can't believe the pandemic's been going this long. I kind of wish our government did what China did. I don't know if anyone heard what China did. They decided to ban the mNRA stuff, so they never used any of it. And they didn't lock down for most of the country. There was only specific cities that did, and they only did it for 2 weeks. And after that, it was just all herd immunity. And they tried a bunch of other vaccines that apparently didn't do anything. And they finished off the virus in like under a month, went back to the old normal and never looked back. Had one of the lowest death per capitas in the world. So I don't understand why people keep making fun of China. It's like, dear God, have you seen how they destroyed the virus so easily in their country? So I don't know. Like some people argue with it and they're like, oh, the Chinese government's lying and stuff. But I don't really buy into that because I've got friends and family are from China and have family still living there. And they're like, yeah, they're telling me this stuff. It's not like I'm hearing it from the fucking government. Hearing it from people that actually live there. Family, yeah, that was the one guy I know from China. He asked his family how they're handling the lockdowns. You know what the response was? What lockdowns? They had never even heard of lockdowns. I was like, what the fuck? Can you imagine living in a country and you never even heard of the lockdowns? That's pretty fucking wild, right? And everyone's going on, oh, look at how bad the Chinese have it. I think it was those raging conspiracies where everyone thought that China was like being killed by their own government. I'm pretty sure the Chinese government like kills other countries. They don't kill their own people. Unlike our government. I shouldn't laugh. It's horrible. Sorry. I laugh at our own destruction. No, I try to laugh to relieve stress. So if I laugh at really horrible stuff, it's not because I actually think it's funny. I swear. God, man, they just can't give us anyone easy to beat. Oh, we can beat Iraq. We'll have to remember that. Yeah, we consistently beat Iraq. That's grand. No, sorry if anyone has multiple accounts on different social media platforms or even the same one, or email addresses. I get everyone confused even when they only have one address. So if you have like multiple, don't be surprised if I get them all mixed up. Like, who are you again? My memory's not the greatest, to say the least. That's why it's funny when people tell me to keep a secret. I'm like, don't worry, I'll probably forget what you told me in a matter of minutes anyways. If you want the secret, just don't tell me again in another week, or at least for a week, and that secret's as good as gone. I won't even remember it. Man, this is so hard to beat. Mirachi. I wish there wasn't like all level 300 people. Like, fuck, man, I'm level 250. Why the fuck are they matching me up against like level 350 people? It's like, no, I'm not going to play the 350 people. Like, what the fuck? Now, I remember one of my show guests from the podcast, he used to get really upset about that. He has like all these different addresses and all these emails and like multiple accounts on social media. And then he would send me messages on all of them and get pissed if I missed one. I'm like, man, I can't even keep track of one. It's like if you have like 4 or 5 social medias, it's like there's no way I'm going to be able to keep track of them all. I'll try, but it's not going well, to say the least. No, it's mainly my short-term memory. I shouldn't make jokes because long-term memory is something even much worse. Thank God at least my long-term memory is a little bit better. Oh, there's Iraq again. Holy shit, we're getting close to the 1800 goal. Now, if anyone wonders what's going on here, I got to try to make it up to 2,000 points. But if I play people that I can't beat, my points go down. So I just got to try to fight. Oh, fuck, I lost against Iraq. He must have seen that I was beating him and changed the team. Let's try again. There we got the victory. So at least I win most of the times against him. We might have to ask Miss Lego for her help. Sometimes she is able to like help my team so that I can actually beat the goal easier. But other times I like to actually try to beat it on my own without any help. Try to be a man. Do things on my own. I know it's not easy. We used to be able to beat Regal. I should try to change my team. No, there's no way we're beating him. Oh, fuck. There's another loss. Alright, let's exit and see if we won anything. Yeah, it looks like we beat a few things. Alright, I guess what we'll have to do is we'll go into the sponsor message. I don't believe we've done it yet today.
Today's fights were brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up.
Welcome back. Let's go check out the patrons list. I think we had a new patron added recently, so I'll have to log into that. Fuck, man, I go like 3 months without checking patrons sometimes. Alright, let's give out the list. Alright, Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, everyone at Patreon. Thanks a million. Let's go to the affiliate links. Alright, high note. No, we did Patreon. Society 6, finishing quick, is my specialty. It's a saying that comes on t-shirts and bed sheets. Both very popular with the ladies. Like I would know anything about that. Alright, Hideout TV will pay you to watch videos. Swagbucks will pay you to shop. GameKit will pay you to try games. And Free Bitcoin. It's a wallet system for crypto. We also got BetFury. Both are cool wallets. They give you free loot boxes that have tiny bits of currency. So you can put it in your wallet and just build it up. Technically, you can just build it the slow way or try gambling it, but if you got gambling addictions, I don't recommend that. So anyways, what else do we got? Oh yeah, just make sure you follow all your regional laws, including for the virtual mate, which I covered already. But there's a $10 coupon code for a purchase of 150 or more. Just put in the letters Lying BS. That's LYNBSN. Right, my website's going to have some updates. Yeah, that's my main goal this weekend. Try to get some website updates complete. Actually, I can't do that yet because I'm not even finished the things I want to update yet. So we'll have to do the song, maybe the embroidery machine, then the website. Fuck, man, only a few weeks to go. Missions. We'll see what we can finish first. Alright, let's go back to the game. Alright, we did a whole bunch of the Fighters Carnival. Let's try a little bit more of the dungeon. While this battle goes, I'll give a shout out to the viewers. Trying to think, who can I substitute out and into Team 2? Like, who in this would actually help defeat Team 2? Fuck, man. Maybe Tengu? Come on, Tengu. You can do it. This is such a shitty Team 1. Let's see if they can still win. I highly doubt it. It's going to take nothing short of a miracle for this Team 1 to win. Yeah, we'll try a few. If we can't do it, we'll have to bring Tengu back and try someone else. Now, if anyone's got an idea of a team combination that would work, I know someone suggested putting Suzo in Team 2, but he's the only one in Team 1 that even gives us a chance. So I really can't substitute him out, because yeah, once I take him out, it's game over. Fuck, man. So she's the healer we need. Alright, let's play it like this. No, it's funny, I was supposed to share in the Discord the video for tonight, and I shared it way too late. I know I was forgetting something, because I went into this screen and I started the show. I'm like, wow, that was quick. Finished quicker than usual. And then I realized that's why I finished quick. I didn't even send the fucking video link. Dum-da-dum-dum. At least I get one good screw up every episode. At least. Yeah, Tengu's this red guy with the mask from China, or I don't know what country, but I don't really like him at all. I'm almost considering getting rid of him from my team, but can't get rid of him until I have someone better. I should have used that theory when it came to dating. No, I'm just kidding. Now, I had friends that did that. They were always like, yeah, I'll just date this woman until I can meet someone better. Next thing you know, they get married. Guess they gave up on meeting someone better. Now, I figured maybe I'd do that in life, just try to settle down with anyone because I can't meet someone I'm actually compatible with. But yeah, never happened. Just too picky. I don't know, for me, it's like I'm always so selfish when it comes to free time that I really can't dedicate enough of my free time in order to date someone that I actually don't like hanging out with. There we go. Victory. Yes. Alright, let's move on to the second battle and give a shout out to everyone in the chat. So Jeffrey Dead, thanks for tuning in and giving us some new updates on sumo wrestling. Hadn't heard about that before. And yeah, thanks again Webcam HD. He or she's got a website that you should not check out. It's probably a virus, but I'm not too sure. I've never actually checked it. Alright, and Steadfast, thanks again. Big shout out to you up north. Machiavelli, finally tuned in and caught the show live. Yeah, finally, man. What took so long? Just kidding. Yeah, so let's give everyone a big round of applause. I don't know, how's the sound been at this episode too? I was wondering if it would be a lot worse because I'm not wearing the microphone close as I used to. But I figure it's still redlining a lot, so it should be almost as loud as it was before. And who knows, maybe it was too loud before. No, I can't really wear headphones and record at the same time. I know that's what they usually do with professional music studios and all that jazz, but for me it causes a little bit of headache, so I can't really listen to the show as I record it. What I'll usually do is occasionally check the, what do you call it, the replay on YouTube, just to make sure everything's still recording properly. One day I'll have a show producer. What I'm hoping one day is to meet a hot babe that also knows how to be a show producer. That'll be a match made in heaven. Oh, fucker, man. He killed both my healers in one shot. You son of a bitch. Fuck, man. I hate Trump, man. He's like impossible to beat in this. Alright, so this healer is pretty much useless. We could bring in Monk, but I don't know if that's really going to make any difference. We need someone who stuns the shit out of people, so let's just try him. It's kind of a joke, but let's see. If he could stun everyone, holy fuck, man, that'd be epic. I don't think he will, because he's very low in star rating. And I'm not really going to spend the stars to boost him up. It's a waste of resources. Like everything I do in life. Alright, well we even beat the first level, so we can check out how level 2 works. Come on. Why are you holding out? Yeah, usually everyone in life shares a lot of things in common. So I'm surprised that people always fight so much. The right wing and the left wing and whatever wings you got. Really, everyone is the same when it comes down to most issues. Everyone wants what's best. We just have different opinions of what it is, how to get there. Fuck, man, was I ever watching some wild travel videos in Brazil? I don't know if I mentioned it last episode. Fucking bullet holes in a lot of the walls and some of the regions. I was like, holy shit, man. Some days I think life is difficult, and then I'm like, how many bullet holes do I have in my walls? It's like, fuck, man. I really got to put some things in perspective. If you got a roof over your head and it doesn't have any bullet holes, you're doing fucking pretty good. Not to make fun of Brazil, but man, they've definitely got a lot of amazing things there and a lot of challenges, but isn't that how life goes, right? Usually if you got something amazing, there's some damn challenges at the same time. Boom. Come on, healers, do some healing. Sea King's dying on us. Yeah, vim and vinegar. Oh yeah, I think tomorrow is one of the big cards in UFC, so I might take the show off tomorrow and just relax. I gotta get some work done at the post office tomorrow. Try to focus on that. Man, I'm looking forward to my new PS2 controller arriving. Yeah, sobriety is one of those things. If you haven't been sober for a long time, you can actually look at it as like an altered state. Because I know a lot of people drink booze, or they drink caffeine, or they smoke cigarettes because they're always trying to reach an altered state. It's like a sort of part of the addiction. You want something new and different. So that's one actually major advantage. If you quit drinking for like quite a while, it becomes like a whole new altered state because you're so used to being drunk all the time. That's one way to look at it. It's like, yeah, being sober can be like a buzz in its own. That's what I noticed too. When I do the 3 months of sobriety, it does become like an addictive buzz. I'm like, hey, this sobriety is kind of wild. I like it. But only in small doses. Now I'm thinking what I might try is when I start drinking and smoking or drinking and vaping again in December, I might try to alternate where I go like December drinking and vaping and then go back to sobriety in January and then alternate that. So then February I would drink and vape again and then March I wouldn't, and just keep switching back and forth. I don't know if it's really possible to do that, but we'll see. The best I ever did is when I was at one point, I did get a stable routine going where I'd only party on the weekends. But man, that was still pretty difficult to do. Because it is like quite the rush of like always having to quit over and over and over again. It's nice to be able to just quit once and enjoy it for like a full month rather than just part of the week. Yeah, so we'll give that a try. We'll see how it goes. Now I'm kind of hoping that alternating month to month like that my tolerance to weed and booze should stay low, because I won't be doing it so excessively month to month to month. That little break should be enough that, hey, my body can, chemistry can rebalance quicker. Well, we'll see how it goes. If I had to guess, I'm probably going to fail and we'll just go back to vaporizing every day, but we'll see. Or maybe I'll do it more excessively where Sober October next year, I'll expand it into 4 months. Then the year after that, I'll expand it to 5 months. And then after that, 6 months. That'd be wild. Victory! Alright, let's see how this combination does. Oh yeah, I think we already tried it. See, his stun power is actually really good. He can stun quite a few of the heroes for us. But he would have to consistently stun Trump to make it worth it. Yeah, even if we don't stun Trump, but we can block his magic attack, that works just as well. Fuck, man. Wright Brothers is just not doing the trick. Let's try it one more time. But we'll substitute someone for Wright Brothers. I think Monk really is the best. We'll try him just for like an extra healer. But I don't think he heals anyone but himself. What we should do is bring in Sea King. Yeah, let's try doing that. Can't remember how many people he heals. Maybe it's enough. Fuck, man, he's 5 stars as well. That's pretty good. We just got to give him some more chips and DNA. Oh, which reminds me, we got to do the last pet. Get all that set up.
I am going to swim and play with the fish, and I'll feed and spoil them illegally. Yeah, that's what I thought. We got an extra one of that guy.
So which pet is it that has him? Let's go check. I think that pet ghost or whatever is actually not that bad. Shit, we could bring him up to 3-star. Once killed, our unit with the lowest health will recover. Yeah, he's got some decent. Alright, let's go with the star level for him. Ghost fish. Holy shit, level 4-star ghost fish. Or no, that's if we went up one more level. We're at 3-star. Which is still good. Let's feed our ghost fish. So let me check. How far can a level 3 go up? Looks like 140. Try clicking it quick to 140. We're lucky we got lots of pet food. Oh, he can go over 140. That was nice. When I was visiting my dad today, he gave me some of my grandma's stuff to pass on. Because my grandma left some keepsakes for the family. I actually got the Rook card set, which was pretty much her prized possession, so very lucky that I got that. I'll have to make sure that I never lose it. Hey, we got another level 1 fish. The fuck? Who's got that fish?
Only in fairy tales does...
I am the guardian of the sea, king of Atlantis.
I don't know if anyone's ever tried the Rook card game, but I used to play it with my grandma every time we visited her.
Hello for sun.
Hey, buddy. One day, you will also become everyone's most hated part.
Yeah, so definitely gonna miss my grandma, but at least we got some good mementos, a lot of memories. Still hard to believe she's gone. Man, it feels like yesterday she was still here. Shot up houses. Nemo. Yeah, the fish Nemo. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I've heard a lot about him. Fucking A. 4-star fish. The hell, why is this level not going up? Surely 160 isn't the max, it's supposed to be 200. There, now it's going up. What the fuck was its problem before? No, we're actually putting a dent in the pet food. This is scary. Technically, I still got thousands of it, but I liked it when it was going up. That's what she said. No, it's nice to be going in the right direction. I don't like to see it crashing. Yeah, Sea King's got like the fish abilities. No, spelling is not my best suit. It's probably the worst. Now, sometimes I'll do like a podcast and I'll have like the guest. I'll either spell their name wrong or I'll like spell like the wrong. It's like, what the fuck? I can even spell my own name wrong sometimes. It's horrible. Yeah, if you can't spell your own name, you know you've got a problem with spelling. The hell, it's going up over 240. It's funny, you can keep feeding it, but it doesn't go up any higher in levels. Right, so 250 is the max for this type of fish. Or for this creature. Is that a ghost and not a fish? So that means this one should be able to level up. Let's try. No, they're not leveling up. Oh, now they are. I don't get it. What's its fucking problem? Why does the one key not work? Whatever. I'll just keep using the lower key. It can go fuck itself. Does anyone know what's going on with the pet key things? Like, why are they all so broken? This one key, I can keep clicking it, nothing happens. It uses up my pet food, but they don't go up in level. We use up a little bit of the premium pet food. It's funny, I thought the highest was what they were stuck at before. I didn't realize it could go up to 250. Now, people made fun of me for making the pets go this high level, but I don't know, they do really good at this level. Yeah, so you can go up higher too. Eating it one click doesn't work. Seems like only certain pet foods do it. Unless 230 is the max for this color. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering, it appears the max level for blue pets is 230. The max level for purple pets is 250. So damn, who's ever got that level 250 pet?
Only in fairy tales does the one you love.
I am the guard.
Even as a please state
Yeah, it's Jade. That's cool.
I
Ugh.
am going to
Yeah, let's
swim
try
and
giving
play
Sea King
with
a
the
pet.
fish, and I'll feed and spoil them illegally.
One day, you will also become everyone's most hated.
Alright, let's see if this makes the difference. I doubt it will, but we'll try it and then we'll have to wrap up the show. Even though it's the weekend and not that, well, it's almost 1 in the morning. Yeah, it is late here. Holy fuck, we're recording for over 2 hours. Here, I thought the show was going slow, now it just flew by. Alright, so we're going to bring in Sea King, see if that makes any difference. No, normally Sea King had some pretty good defense, so I'm hoping he can survive a few attacks by Trump. But watch, he'll probably die in one hit also. Alright, here's the test. This will be the last battle. See how it goes. Come on, Sea King. You can do it, man. It'd be nice if he gave us like some extra shield and some extra healing. It's really what we need. Yeah, I heard Bell phones actually had some problems with their network where they did the change in time before it was time. Someone was telling me, yeah, was it Portugal? They changed their clocks early too. So some places used to be like 5 hours ahead, and then at some points they're 4 hours ahead. Till then, I think it's this weekend that we change our phones officially. Fuck, man. Trump just kills everyone. What a fucker, man. Who did he kill? He killed Sea King so quick. The fuck, man? How is Sea King not able to withstand any of his attacks? Yeah, spring forward and fall back. I remember what was it? I used to work at like 6 a.m. and one of the shifts was on that like always on when the time reset. So I felt like I was starting at 5 a.m. Just one day of the year, but still, man, that was an early Sunday shift. You know, it sucks. Even if this battle continues, it doesn't matter because without Sea King, we just cannot hurt him. So I don't know why the fuck Sea King died in one hit. What a piece of shit, man. Let's go with water. Maybe that'll make the difference. Man, if that did, I'd be so happy. Yeah, it's so nice to have a freshly clean haircut. Man, my hair was growing out of control there. Couldn't believe it. All I did was shave the sides of my hair and a little bit off my beard and my chest because my fucking hair just got covered in all my chest hair. And I filled the whole fucking garbage can of hair. Couldn't fucking believe it. Like, geez. If I would have shaved my back, it would have been 2 cans. Sorry, that was nasty. But true. That's why it's so funny. People always say to me, oh, you hardly have any hair. It's like, why? Because the top of my head doesn't have any? It's like, you clearly haven't seen the rest of me. I wish I hardly had any hair. I grow a nice thick winter coat. Come on, Sea King, heal yourself. Or no, it's Crime Fighter. Is Crime Fighter even healing? Come on, man. Yeah, see, Crime Fighter's healing. Not very much, but at least a little. And he's poisoning people. That's kind of nice. Yeah, Crime Fighter was a good hero, but I never managed to get him in my team until he was too weak to even add. Kind of wish we would have got him sooner. But man, if he could help us win this battle, that'd be sweet. Alright, one enemy down. Come on, healers. Do some healing. Fuck! There goes Crime Fighter. That really sucked, man. I was hoping he would last longer. We'll let this battle keep going because, man, if our other healer can survive until Trump is dead, we've won. Trump hasn't even gotten injured yet. It's not a good sign. Fuck, and he killed Sea King. What a fucker. God, I can't stand looking at Trump's face. He even holds a syringe, right? He fucking poisoned everyone. Which I just have to say the World Health Organization, CDC, are 100% correct about everything. Yeah, how did the game know to put a syringe in his hand? Or is that something else that he was holding and it just looks like a syringe? Yeah, sumo is a leisure sport. No, there was one really good sumo documentary I watched on YouTube. And it was like some American sumo wrestler that went over to Japan and did so well that he had like a whole documentary made about him. But yeah, after I watched that, I was like, whoa, I actually learned stuff about sumo. Before, it was like I would just make fun of it because I thought it was all fat guys doing weird stuff. But no, apparently they're super strong and actually somewhat healthy even at that weight. Alright, so we're at 30 pet callers. It'd be nice if we could get an extra 20, but that's just not going to happen. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow when we do the Halloween event, well, unless someone sends us pumpkins too. I don't think any of my friends on the friends list actually have pumpkins to send out, but boy, if they do, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't think I've ever received a gift during these rare gift giver events, so that'd be sweet. I wish I could send some, but I really don't have the money to deposit right now. I've already spent $100 in this game, and I shouldn't really spend too much more. Who knows, maybe for my birthday I'll make a deposit, but I doubt it. Alright, so another next episode, what we'll be doing tomorrow is we'll be doing some more of the Fighters Carnival. If anyone wants to help me reach the... Or not Fighters Carnival. Yeah, here it is, Fighters Carnival. We're going to try to make it up to 2,000. Today we caught pretty close. We almost made it to the 1,800. So hopefully we can at least get some of these rewards. The main thing will be able to get the victories and get the 3 Vibram coins. Still doesn't give us enough to reach 36. But fuck man, is it ever close. Oh well, live and learn. Lots of living, not so much learning. Alright, let's go to the fire screen, wrap this baby up. Put her to bed. Alright, if you happen to get any pumpkins from the Halloween event, like I'm going to get some pumpkin pie soon from my neighbor, I hope, and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can help with a like and a share. Really appreciate it. Just make sure, never buy the products from my sponsor, because...
It will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone. And hope everyone has a good weekend.
And try not to get into too much trouble like I do. Yeah, and good luck with everyone trying different things. If you want to give sobriety a try, it's one hell of a drug. Alright, take care everyone. Bye for now. See you later. Oh yeah, not to offer professional advice. I'm just an amateur. Alright, see you later. Bye for now. Happy Friday! Yeah, see you, have a good weekend. Good luck wrapping up the Halloween event. Don't forget to spend your pumpkins. I don't think they carry over. I can almost guarantee they don't. Alright, see you later.